And I'm sure there are some relatives and teachers that might be telling you what to do, but only you know what's in your heart. And when I was growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor. My grandparents bought me a little medical kit with Dr. Roberts printed on it. And little did I know that I would become a doctor, but just not the doctor in the medical sense. So my course definitely changed along the way, as it does for many. In fact, here's a shock. Very few actually end up doing what they want to do as what they wanted to do from grade 11. So my suggestion is to arm yourself with knowledge. Be smart with your choice and be true to who you are, as the rest of your life is a long time. So along the way in this presentation, I'll be presenting some hints that might help you in some of your career choices. So you know you are good at maths, maybe also chemistry or physics. So you know about the classic careers that I'm sure many of you are considering, such as an engineer, doctor, accountant. However, there are new careers that didn't even exist just a few years ago, and that's data science. And this data science career includes a range of job titles, which makes it so diverse. And we are in a whole new world. So here's my first hint. You don't have to decide now. You can keep your options open. Have versatility beyond the starting point. And this idea of versatility is something that I'll get to quite a bit in the next few slides. The data science degree at UKZN actually has a large overlap with the previous actuarial science degree that we used to offer. And the banks used to rave about our actuarial science graduates. And as you can see, this data science degree has replaced the investment and commerce modules from the previous actuarial science degree with these computer science modules. And this makes it a lot more relevant to the technological age that we are living in. So now, not only do the banks or investment companies want our graduates, but also a much more diverse range of companies, as data science can be applied in any field. So the data science students, well, data science is for students that are both smart and hardworking. And just as Prof. North touched on earlier, the data science degree includes 3 years of computer science, 3 years of statistics, and 2 years of mathematics. And we assume that no computer science or statistics has been taught at school, as these are taught from scratch in first year. But take note of the versatility in this degree. And this is one of the great advantages of coming to study a BSc degree at UKZN. The degree starts off fairly general, where in your first year, you can choose one elective per semester. That elective could be economics, geography, geology, physics, chemistry, just to name a few. So this will allow you to re-evaluate your interests at the end of the first year. You could consider just becoming a mathematician, statistician, or just a computer scientist. And this is where there is now flexibility in this degree that we offer at UKZN, because you could perhaps change your course, change your majors without adding additional years onto your degree. Or you could stick to the combination of statistics, maths, and computer science. And this data science degree is just a tool to equip you with the skills to be applied in any area of interest. You might have a passion for finding a cure for a disease, and that could allow you to work at research centers such as CAPRISA or SAMRC or the WHO. Or you might enjoy working with animals, so you could be a data scientist at a wildlife society. And this is because there is so much versatility in this field of data science. So my third hint is choose wisely and choose something that suits you and believe in your choice. And then my last hint to you is whatever you do choose, include some data training or statistics. And this is because we are in the 4th industrial revolution and data is everywhere. So having these skills in data is not only an advantage, but it's also essential. Now, I know statistics has previously been feared, been associated with the term horribility, statistics. And this is because in the old days, the statistics service courses were taught very differently. And this made it hated and feared by even the medical doctors. However, us at UKZN are constantly improving our content and the way we deliver that content so that it is more relevant to the skills required in industry. And this is because the game has changed and it presents a whole new way of teaching data analytics. So you're smart, so be positive, patient, and persistent, and that will surely lead to your success. So us at UKZN in the statistics discipline are ready and able to help you become a data scientist. The field needs more voices of ladies. And now even in our statistics discipline, we have made great progress. There used to only be 2 ladies in the discipline of statistics at UKZN, and now we are 6 ladies to 9 men. You can see our team here, where we actually also have 1 additional lady that joined us at the beginning of this year. So who knows, maybe you could be one of the ladies to join the team in the future. And I wish you all the best in your future. Enjoy the rest of this event, and I hope to see you at UKZN in 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you. Our next speaker is Ms. Riona, right? So Riona studied statistics at UKZN, and she completed her honors at the former University of Natal, Durban. She worked at Statistics South Africa, the National Statistics Office, and now works in Netherlands as a data scientist. She's an expert in the data and analytics domain and supports organizations on their journey to become data-driven. So she will tell you more about her journey. Riona, welcome.
Thank you, Namusa, for that introduction. So my name is Riona, and thank you for having me here today. So I'm speaking to you from my home in Amstelveen in the Netherlands. So it's quite a dull, gloomy day here as we're entering winter. So I hope you're having better weather on that side. So thanks again for having me as part of your program. And I'm going to share a bit about myself and my journey in the world of statistics. And at the end, I'll also have some time for your questions. So maybe to start a bit with my background when I was also in South Africa. So I'm from Durban and I have 2 siblings and my family still lives in Durban. Of course, I thought I was going to follow many career paths over my childhood and particularly wanted to travel the world and be a CNN news reporter. As I got older, I was intrigued by the world of mathematics. And also when getting to your age, I had guidance from my school teachers and thought carefully about what I would want to be doing more of as I got older, what really excited me and where would I have opportunities to make an impact. I of course had a lot of questions and then it came to the time to apply to universities. My choice was, as you know by now, UKZN, and I remember very clearly my first day of registration at the science campus where the School of Statistics was. This then became an exciting journey for me and a first step into where I am now. I started with actuarial science, but after joining, I had a much broader perspective into the variety of topics that the school offered and went on to choose statistics as my major during my honors year. So as Danielle also mentioned, I think I can relate to that data science wasn't a topic then, but it more formed from the statistics and mathematics area. During my 4 years of study, I was surrounded by many smart peers with whom I'm still connected today, and all of whom have amazing careers in the world of data analytics. The interesting thing is that each person has a vastly different specialization, working in different industries and companies and across the globe. I think it's also a testament to how statistics and mathematics can form a perfect grounding for a number of careers later on in life. And I think the second group of people are the professors from the School of Data Science who are also passionate about nurturing young minds, like I was at the time and as you are now, and who also supported me with my first step into the working world. And this was into the internship program at Statistics South Africa. So over my career, I've had many roles at Statistics South Africa. So in pure statistical analysis for economic indicators, such as the GDP and CPI, to research and development for new economic indicators. I later wanted a different challenge out of the public sector and moved to a marketing analytics company where I was involved in campaign management and building statistical models to help clients develop their business. I later moved to First National Bank, which I'm sure most of you know is one of the most innovative banks in Africa, and had a very exciting opportunity to use data to help drive business decisions within the bank. This was both from an operational and a commercial perspective. For instance, on an operational level, using data science to predict when employees would leave the bank so that the business could be more proactive and implement changes in their culture to retain talent. On a commercial perspective, it was using data science to provide better personalized insights to customers. So if you think of the banking app that you use and the insights that you would get, it's all personalized according to how you use it. And so this is something that a data science would be building. After many exciting years at First National Bank, I then moved on to Rand Merchant Bank, which is the investment banking division of First Rand Group. And here I grew a data analytics team who would also bring value to the organization through insights from data. So whilst having an exciting time in the world of data and analytics, I also believe it's important to have a balanced lifestyle. And one of my favorite activities was traveling to new places in South Africa and internationally. And 2 years ago, I emigrated to the Netherlands. So I now live here with my boyfriend and we love this new adventure. I was able to move as I also received a job offer from Deloitte in their data and analytics practice, where we have a large team of data scientists, data engineers, and data visualization experts. So daily, I'm in contact with people around the globe, and what connects us is our passion for data and analytics. And in my current role, I'm leading teams at global clients and supporting on their data-driven transformations. You may have heard the saying that data is the new oil, and I think if you look around us, it surely is. We have facial recognition, robotics, self-driving cars, all made possible through the application of data science. I think it's an exciting time to be a data scientist. If I have to look back on my journey, I've had support from my family, specifically my mom, who always encouraged me to be confident in my choices and aim high. She also connected me to people from whom I could learn more about the field to support my decisions. So this session created by UKZN is something I wish we had many years ago. So I'd encourage you all to please take advantage, leverage this opportunity, ask questions, and learn more to support your career decisions. So with that, I wish you good luck at this exciting time. And I think I can also take some questions now.
Yes, can any one of us who has a question, she just said, you please have to ask questions to know a bit more about what you want to do. You can ask her what she's doing, what projects she's working on. Also, if you have any questions on the data science at UKZN, please feel free to ask that now. Ms. Roberts is still here. So we do have a bit of time. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please go ahead and ask the questions. You can unmute yourself. You know, in lectures, when students don't ask questions, we normally say it's because they fully understood everything or they understood nothing at all. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you guys fall, but please, can you just ask questions? Please don't be shy. Okay, so we have one question in the chat. It says, how did you get involved with Dell Omitted?
I think it's, how did I get involved with Deloitte? Right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes. I had spent many years in the banking industry and it was exciting being at an organization, but I think being in a data and a digital environment, we know that things are evolving so fast. So I wanted to move into consulting. And as one of my next steps, I wanted to move into one of the big 4 consulting firms. And when I looked at Deloitte, they had a large data and analytics practice. And so I was also a great match for them.
And what does a typical working day look like for you?
Okay, so A typical working day. So I am leading many teams at a client. So with being in a consulting environment, I have one client which is in the banking industry as well. And it's a global bank, which has its head office at the Netherlands. So currently I'm working with the chief analytics officer and supporting them on their analytics transformation. So this transformation is where they are implementing aspects at the global level, which would then be for all the countries. And so my team is helping to set out what are the processes, what are the minimum standards needed, and also to align the global teams. So basically, I start off with my stand-ups with my team, and then I'm into content sessions, design sessions, sessions with the key stakeholders. And yeah, so that's basically my day.
Okay, I'll take one question for you and then I'll move over to the questions for Danielle. What kind of computer programs did you use in university?
At university, I used R and SPSS. I think it would differ according to the projects that you are doing. And in my working time, I used SAS predominantly.
Okay, thank you so much, Riona. Danielle, what does a typical day look like for you at work?
Me? Not typical at all. Every day depending on the workload.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah.
if a student wants to work in AI and machine learning, is it better to study computer science or data science? And whilst you're answering that, what are the metric or what are the requirements to apply for data science after matric?
Okay, so with regards to if it's better to go into computer science or data science, so my advice would be that the data science program covers both computer science modules and statistics modules. So you get exposure to machine learning in the sense of the programming and the coding and the algorithms in terms of what's covered in the computer science modules. In addition, you get exposure to the application of machine learning algorithms in the data analytics side. So that's where this advantage of data science comes in, whereas if you just stuck to computer science, you don't get a broader aspect or experience in the application of machine learning algorithms in terms of data analytics. And then in terms of the matric requirements, so this data science degree falls under our BSc M stream, which means your admission requirements have to agree or have to match up to those requirements, and that is admission points between 30 and 48, where obviously the students scoring the highest are selected first. Your requirements, we obviously need maths core, and specifically in maths at a level 5, and then English, life orientation, or life science, or physical science at a level 4. So I don't think that any one of the students here today would have a problem in getting into our Maths M stream and therefore getting into the data science program.
Thank you so much, Dan. Just to add to the question on the kinds of computer programs Riona used at university, we do offer training and exposure to many software in the degree, in the qualification from undergrad to postgraduate. So we do still continue training our students in R, which is one of the software we use for analysis. We are still training students in SPSS. We use SAS as well. We also this year early trained our postgraduate students on how to use Python. So we do give lots of exposure to the different software to our students. So yeah, in the statistics degree, and also the bigger part of it, which is the data science. So we do offer training in all different computer programs to our students, right? So now I'll move over to our last presenter, which is Thandokazi. And Thandokazi is going to be talking or giving you on the students' experiences at UKZN. She completed her BSc Honours Degree in Statistics on the Pietermaritzburg campus of UKZN in 2020. And she's currently completing her Master's degree in Data Science on the Westville campus. So Thandokazi is a standout student and has a very long track record of achievement and excellence in her studies. She really is an example of women in analytics and will take the world by storm as she enters the workplace. I will let Thandokazi tell you more about herself. Thandokazi, welcome.
Thank you so much. First, I would like to greet everyone. A special greetings to our very own Prof. North and our SAS representatives that have joined us today, and our event organizer, our MCs and guest speakers, and our special guests, the learners and the teachers. Thank you so much for the introduction. And just to, is it okay if I switch off my video?
Yes, whatever you're comfortable with.
Absolutely fine. Okay, thank you. So about me, my name is Thandokazi Jantjies, and I'm 22 years old. I hold a bachelor's degree in statistics from the University of the Free State, and then I joined UKZN last year for my honors degree in statistics. And then I'm currently on the tail end of finishing my master's degree in data sciences. And I recently just started my first job as a biostatistician for a human data science company, IQVIA, which is based in Bloemfontein. So the reason why I chose to do my undergraduate degree, my postgraduate degree, with UKZN is, besides the fact that I always wanted to be in KZN. Basically, I wanted to stay in KZN. So, and I also found out on my research that UKZN is one of the top ranked universities among 11 universities in South Africa, which even made it to the top five. So basically they are one of the best universities in South Africa, and they also offered a postgraduate course in statistics. So it's one of the best universities, basically, with a great support structure, a support system. By the way, Danielle is my supervisor, and she has always been the best support system. And I chose to study statistics and now doing data science because I love working with numbers and data. I enjoy extracting and analyzing or solving real life problems using statistical or mathematical techniques through statistical programming that have already been mentioned, but my personal favorites is SAS, R, and then SPSS, or even solving some of the, like extracting data in Excel. So I also chose to study and build a career in this field because it is scarce and there are just endless opportunities within the field, especially for us females. And also considering the fact that data is literally everywhere and anywhere. So if you have studied statistics or data science or something related, even computer sciences, you can work in different industries. For instance, you can work in a bank, you can work for a private data science company or data analytics company. You can work for a medical company or human data science company, like I am now working for a human data science company, or even non-medical government companies where there is data that needs to be analyzed. So it is one of the fields that is on high demand globally, on a global scale. However, it requires a lot of dedication and hard work, but that wouldn't be as difficult if you are doing something you love and you have people that will always be there to help you and assist you whenever you need help. And just to add, like from high school, I always loved working with numbers, just that my favorite subject was mathematics, to an extent that I did not even know what exactly I wanted to study in varsity when I got to varsity, because when I was still in high school, during the job shadowing events or career fairs that we used to attend, most of the time we were introduced to science studies like your chemistry, physics, environmental studies, geology. So not much on analytics or mathematics and statistics. So I really did not have much information based on what I love. And at that time, I have never heard of anyone successful in mathematics or statistics until I got to varsity. And then I actually enrolled for environmental sciences. And then I had one module, which was called Introduction to Biostatistics. And that is how I got exposed to statistics. I loved that module so much. And then in one of the days, I was like, God, I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like attending the theoretical classes. I enjoy the biostatistics side of my modules for now. And then I approached one of my lectures, my biostats lecture actually. And then I inquired more about the module, and then I asked is there anything I can do maybe to do this as a course? Is it even possible to do statistics or mathematics as a course? And what are the jobs or any opportunities within the field? And she assisted where she could. And then she also took me to academic advisors. And then I also did my own research. And then that is when I changed from environmental sciences to statistics. And then I was the happiest girl ever after that, as I learned new things every year. And then I fell in love with statistics and statistical programming since then until now. And I wish it was something I knew before I even enrolled for university. So I feel like you guys are very lucky to have such programs that are going to expose you to the data side and to get exposed basically on mathematics and statistics, and instead of changing courses and wasting time. So just to wrap up, outside my academic studies, during my undergraduate studies, I joined a mentorship program for like 3 years, and actually you were only allowed to work or do anything else on your second year and not on your first year. So on my second year, I joined the mentorship program, and I would also tutor business calculations and introduction to biostatistics for first year students. So during weekends, I would also volunteer as an assistant tutor for grade 10 to 12 students in a tutorial company that my friend started. And then the reason why I'm telling you this is I'm trying to change what I had to go through. Remember, you are just a first year student, and getting to varsity, you meet different people, and this place is just too big. And the setting is very different from high school. So the transition was not as easy. And considering the fact that I also had to go to a lecture's door and knock and ask for information, that was not an easy thing to do. So I really wished I had a mentor, maybe someone who's already familiar with all these things, who was going to hold my hand and help me throughout a journey. So that is why I decided to join a mentorship program, so that I can be that person to a first year student, most probably in the same situation that I was in. And then with the tutoring side, I decided to be a tutor just to assist students with maths instead, to basically remove the stigma behind mathematics as a difficult subject, and to make them realize that it is not as hard as people say, and you just need to practice more and just put your mind on it, and maybe have someone to help you here and there. And I just wanted to be that guardian angel to them. And actually, I hope that helped for them as well to enroll more in analytics or maths and statistics. So I'm just gonna stop there. And if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thandokazi. Students, are there any questions? Is there anything you'd like to find out from her or anyone of us
I'd like to
present
ask
here?
something.
Yes, thank you, Kanya.
So what I wanted to ask is, so firstly, is like the data science degree like collaborative? So like I know like when you take a subject like physics or IT in school, usually like you have to work on your own to try and find solutions. But in university, do you have sort of like a system where maybe you work in groups to code something and analyze something?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you do, like sometimes you get assignments where you have to complete them in groups. So yeah, it does give you the platform to actually work with other people and share ideas. Remember, programming is not something that you can say you're like an expert now, you know everything. There's always a possibility to learn new things every day and every time. So yeah, you do get to work with other people, and you can also work on yourself, but you are somehow going to need other people to learn more, not really for assistance, but for your own learning and to know more. Yeah.
Dan, would you like to add something there? Thank you, Thandokazi. Dan or Prof. North, would you like to add something?
I'll add something quickly. So yes, throughout your degree and the modules, you do get group work assignments. You can do or can be given individual assignments to work on. It all depends on the actual module and the scope.
Yeah, and you are doing many different modules at the same time. So as you're saying, you have physics in high school and other subjects. We also have the same here. You have your maths, you have your statistics, you have your computer science. You know, so it is a collective of your science and the maths, stats, and computer science discipline or school. It is a collective of the different subjects from the school. Prof. North, would you like to add something?
Yes, I just wanted to say, yeah, everything that has been said is so. But as you go further in the degree towards the end of third year and honors and so on, you'll have more bigger projects that you do where it could be that in the tutorials, etc., you have the group setting. But when it comes to assessment, obviously you each get your individual mark. So you also work on your own a lot. And at the lower level, maybe more so, there aren't as many group projects. So yeah, some of it's on your own, depending on the size of the project. And we do encourage people in tutorials even to sit together, solve problems. But now that everything is online at the moment, of course, a lot of that has changed. But in the tutorial sessions, yes, you work on your own and you also work in groups. But just one thing that I maybe want to add that might not be clear, and I was just thinking as everybody was speaking, you can see the data science degree is statistics, mathematics, computer science for 2 years. And then in the third year, it's statistics and computer science. So what we're saying, let's say you're not enjoying computer science. You can, at the end of second year, or even the end of first year, you can say, I don't want to do data science anymore. And you drop computer science, or you're not enjoying statistics. Then you drop statistics. Or at the end of second year, you can drop maths. But you can end up saying, I want to be just a statistician, not a general data scientist. Then in your final year, you'll do only statistics, but you won't have to pick up any modules. It's the same statistics, whether you're majoring in statistics or becoming a data scientist. It's just that if you do data science, you take the statistics of the statistics major and add to that the computer science of the computer science major, if that makes sense. So that's the beauty of the program. You don't have to add extra years if you don't want to keep computer science and stats all the way up to third year. So just be aware of it, that you're not making the decision when you come in and start with data science, that you're going to go all the way through. And as Thandokazi said, if you change your mind, you don't have to put in extra years. We also teach, of course, you need computing skills. You teach a lot of computer science within the statistics degree. And you teach some statistics within the computer science degree because there is a kind of an overlap. But the program we gave you is if you want to be a data scientist and carry on and eventually do the master's, but you'll actually get a major in what's called data science and not statistics, computer science. So it'll become clear as you go along. But just to have clarity on that, I don't know if anybody's got a question on that.
Yeah, Prof. North, whilst you're on, there's a worry in the chat about them not having IT or computer science from high school.
To answer.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, here's the good story. And this is the beauty of the data science program, by the way. School mathematics, as I said, statistics is hidden within the mathematics curriculum, right? There's a little bit of probability in paper 1 and there's a little bit of data handling and paper 2, but it's smaller than trigonometry, say, and geometry. Now, at school, geometry and trigonometry is huge, and algebra. But when you go to university and you do mathematics, what we call Maths 130 at the beginning, you'll learn a lot more algebra. But we assume all the school algebra. So we carry on from after grade 12 algebra. So you've got to understand and have in your arsenal the knowledge from school mathematics. But the great news is, even though statistics is in the school curriculum, and even though you might not have done computer science or whatever it's called, computer literacy or whatever you do at school as an extra subject, we assume zero knowledge at school. So we start from scratch in first year university with statistics and computer science, exactly because a lot of people didn't do it. And I've made studies of this. They're good schools where they don't even teach the probability section. So we don't assume you know anything. We start right over with bar graphs. I mean, really, the good thing is all you have to do is have done mathematics and love mathematical kind thinking and be prepared to do a minimum of 2 years of maths. And then you add to that the stats and the computer science major, and that is what we call data science. So you need never have seen stats or computers at school. We will start you from scratch in those 2 modules, in those 2 subjects.
A quick last question. Is data science fully practical, or is there some theory involved?
Okay, data science is mathematics, the same mathematics that a person is doing that's majoring in maths for 2 years. A degree is 3 years. So you're doing the same mathematics as anybody that wants to have a doctorate in maths one day in your first 2 years of university. So yes, mathematics is there and it's very theoretical. Statistics and computer science have got a big theoretical component because we don't just want to press a button and then things happen, right? You've got to know what the inner working is. What are the theories that actually enable you to be able to use the SAS program, etc., etc. So there is theory involved, both in computer science as well as statistics. But a large component is practical in statistics and computer science. But it's not it's not just here's something, press a button and it happens. No, it's a combination. Both statistics and computer science are practical and theoretical.
Okay. After studying data science, what can you specialize in? And does UKZN offer data science specializations?
Sure. Okay. Data science is like a tool. It's like if you've got a pen and you write, you can write anything. Your data science teaches you how to analyze data in the workplace and how to make on-demand decisions. Now, data science, with other words, what is a specialization? It teaches you a wide variety of different ways to analyze data. You're like a data detective, right? In a way that you can make decisions as the data comes in. Now, where you apply the data science is anywhere where your passion is. Let's suppose you really like wildlife. Then you can go and work in the data science section of the Wildlife Society. If you're really passionate about finding cure for AIDS, you can be a data scientist at the Center for AIDS Research, CAPRISA, or the World Health Organization. Maybe you want to work with finding a solution for COVID or tracking COVID. So you apply it anywhere. So it's just a grouping of disciplines that enables you to have this high-end analytics. But you can say my interest is biostatistics. Then the other subjects you take, as Thandokazi has, for example, she's a data scientist, but she's now just told you she's going into biostatistics. We might have someone that's done everything she's done, but they're going to apply their data science in the petroleum world, wherever. It's about analyzing data, and then you will have to learn that discipline when you're working, what they're interested in. Maybe you work for Johnson & Johnson, whatever it is. So you're going to apply your knowledge of how to find patterns in data in an area where you are interested in. And the great thing about that is you can change your mind. I've got a friend who's a dentist. He tells me he earns a lot of money and he hates his job, but he can't change. He's trained as a dentist. And the dentist look into mouths and he doesn't like it anymore. And tough luck for him, there's nothing he can do. So you can, as a data scientist, work where you're interested. And you know what? If your interests change, you've got this right knowledge to change your area. You can do it. It's just applied wherever you're interested. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, thank you so much.
now we
Can one of you just unmute yourselves? You know, we're going to be moving to a prize and lucky draw session where you will have to unmute yourself. You will have to be a grade 11 learner and currently in school, so that you can, if you are chosen in the lucky draw, so that you can take the prize home. But now, if only one of you, Kanya, is the only one who unmuted themselves, can any one of you just unmute yourself and say hi, tell us which school you're from? Just one person, then we move on to the main session. Just one person. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Nadine.
My name is Nadine Naika. I'm from Durban Girls High School.
Okay, thank you so much. Right, Alia, you unmuted, you can go ahead and then we can move back to the main session.
Hi, my name is Alia Lateeb. I'm from Raystop Secondary School.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for meeting you. Let's go back to the main session. Yeah, let's go back to the main session. Thank you.